Guys, this is Max from Maximum Survivors. Today we're going to do a little gear review on the little mini stove. Bought this thing on eBay. Um, cannot really pronounce the name right now. I get it put in on my blog so y'all all be able to look at it. Uh, this little mini stove comes in a little container, weighs about 4 ounces. It's very light. You can take this thing and actually throw it in your pocket if you need to be, but you know you still got to be able to haul a little canister of gas. Um, you know, talking to a couple of my buddies, I say I like to cook on an open fire. I ain't much on the stove type deal, and they brought a very good point up to me, and one of them says, "Hey, if you're doing a bug out situation and you go build a fire and you want to cook over it and all," he said, "Oh, that's good and fine." He said, "But you potential maybe giving off your whereabouts. So these little stoves is good for on the go, on the move. Uh, you know, I've actually put this thing together, and I actually probably could cook on this thing here if I had a power outage at the house, or if you just don't want to build a fire. You don't want to sit around a hot fire. Uh, you can actually cook you some ramen noodles or cook you a cup of coffee in the morning if you're on the go camping and not want to build up the fire. You just pop the little gas container on this and heat you a cup of coffee up, or do you some ramen noodles for breakfast, or however you would want to do it. Um, you know, this thing is actually a pretty cool deal. We're gonna hook a can of gas up to it, and I'm gonna take this U.S. container right here, canteen right here, and we're gonna boil some water. I'm gonna take my stopwatch and just see how long will it take to boil a cup of water, or some water. I'm not gonna do a whole full cup because I know it'll use up a good bit of the propane gas. Uh, make sure this thing is on good. This thing's got a self-igniter. Alright, we're going to take the canteen cup out of this U.S. canteen. It's got a handle. We're going to get it popped out and get it out the way. And guys, I don't know if you can tell today, but it is pretty windy. So, if you're in an area where it's prohibited in burning, this is another good source to be able to heat your coffee up or do your ramen noodles or whatever without building a fire. I got it already burning. I just lit it. We're going to ease some water up in it. Got this thing on about a medium. It's probably going to take a few seconds to get it hot. My water level, guys, is about to here, and it's going to take it a few seconds. I do got this thing turned up a little bit. We're going to just see how long it's going to take to start boiling. Now, needless to say, a regular stove, it don't take it long on a regular stove, but this is a little mini stove that goes in your camping gear, your bug out gear. Like I said, guys, this is a very good container. I'm hoping this is going to be a pretty good little mini stove. You can purchase the stove for about 12 bucks, 14 bucks online. They do have some higher ones, more expensive ones you can buy. guys, you know, having all the best is real good. Sometimes, I like to pay as least as I can so I can be able to buy gear in other directions. Um, maybe I could check in to see how much one of the other ones cost. Like I said, I paid $12 for this one. Uh, if it lasts me 3 or 4 cookings, uh, 3 or 4 pots of cups of coffee, or if I had to boil my water to be able to drink it and make sure it's going to be safe, it's worth $12. I throw it away and buy another one. Like I said, we're running the time on this now to see what it's going to get to boil. Once we get this thing up to boil, we in about 2 minutes and 35 seconds right now. That's not too long, especially with the wind as going as it is. I'm gonna have my cameraman in just a minute. When I see it start boiling, he's gonna kind of step over this thing and show y'all on film that it is boiling. And like I said, we try to give a good review on this thing, and you know, I'm sure get some water boiling and throw you some ramen noodles in this thing, and it'll be some good eating. A lot of people now is taking this beef jerky that you get in these packs and break your ramen noodles up and put them in your pot and sprinkle some of your beef jerky down in there, and gives it some good taste, guys, and it give you some good proteins. You can get out there and do your hiking and your fishing with your kids, and doing your bug out scenarios and all. And I believe this thing is fitting to start boiling in just a few seconds here, guys. We're about 3.5 minutes in. 3.5 minutes ain't long to wait on a good cup of hot coffee, or a cup of some ramen noodles. It's better eating cold food, and you may want to cook you a squirrel over this thing. It seems to be doing pretty good. We're shooting this out here in the daytime, so you can't see the flame. Maybe we'll try to get some shots at nighttime and see what kind of flame it holds. Like I do got my GI Canteen water cup out of my canteen in it. I already had some water in there. I just poured it in there, and looked like we're in about 4.5 minutes getting water boiling, and it's starting to come to a pretty decent boil now. If you would just step up, cameraman, easy over the top of it and shine down into the cup, and if y'all can you get that thing boiling right there? See there, guys, you at about 4 minutes and 45 seconds boiling water. You can throw your ramen noodles in there, and you can throw your ramen noodles in there. You can put you some coffee in there, and like I said, guys, 4 minutes and 45 seconds. This thing here is boiling water. Good cup of hot coffee. Purify your water. Get that water boiling. Let it cool off, guys, and make sure that no kids grab this cup or this little gas container, because once you turn it off, this thing is still warm to the touch. Don't screw it back out and put it in your little plastic container. Let this thing cool off so you don't get burnt. Then you have to break out your medical kit and take care of your business and doctor your fingers up, or your kid fingers. Set this thing out of the way and let it cool off. This thing works, guys. 4 minutes and 45 seconds. 4 ounces is what it weighs. I'm gonna get a weight on the total weight, and I put this on my blog. When my buddy told me, he said, "Hey, get you one of them little mini stoves," and I said, "Well, I just build me a fire," and he said, "Look, these are the reasons you might not want to build your fire. Might be windy, might be a no burn zone. Look, 4 minutes and 45 seconds. I could have had me a good cup of coffee. Could have had me some ramen noodles. Could have been, been safe in doing so. So I'm really impressed with this thing, man. I would have never thought of this. Being as good and as quick as it is. Always remember, guys, to be careful, and God bless America.